I've just been very angry and very sad. It's just frustrating how cruel people can be. Guys, put in my contacts. I don't know if they're gonna last me the whole day, so if I keep touching my eye like this, just know it's because my contacts are in and I'm trying to make them more comfortable. I've been using eye drops. When I went to Warby Parker the last time and I went to the eye doctor, she gave me a recommendation for some more moisturizing eye drops that I could try to use, and then I forgot to get them. So I probably should get those, but anyways, happy Wednesday. It's already midday. It's 12 p.m. and it's later than I wanted to get my day started, but it's okay. Even though the sun sets just so late now, sun sets at 5:30, so really I only have 5 hours left of the day, but I guess it's fine. I wanted to basically my plan for today, since it's my day off from school and acting and all that, I wanted to go into the city to go to one of my favorite cafes, just because I have a lot of computer work that I want to get done, and I also just going to a cafe is really my self-care. Y'all always hear me talk about it, but there's something about just getting my chai latte and sitting with other working individuals that just makes me feel like such a productive citizen in the city. I just feel, it just makes me feel like I'm just doing something with my life. I'm just drinking my chai, working on my computer, type, and I could be doing the dumbest thing. Nobody really has to know what I'm doing, but just the fact that I look like I'm doing something, fake it till you make it. So yeah, that's still the plan. I'm still gonna go. Probably all the seats are gonna be gone because this is a terrible time to go to a cafe, right during lunch break, because I made a whole to-do list of all the stuff that I need to get done in my Notion, and a lot of it is just a bunch of computer stuff, some for school, some for YouTube. The most important thing that I need to do is write my resume. I don't have a resume. The only time I wrote a resume was when I was applying to colleges, and then I needed a school resume, but I needed to make my resume because basically while I was at school, the film department, they had a bulletin where they put up a bunch of flyers and people could post flyers for stuff, and I saw a bunch of flyers for all of these career events coming up, and one of them was a, let me see, what's it called? Writing event for writers, where you can meet alumni that are journalists, screenwriters, copywriters, UX writers, I don't know what that means, and novelists. And yeah, so that's happening tomorrow. And I want to have a resume for that just in case some of these writers are interested in interns. And we really need to get on this internship wave, y'all, because I need an internship. I need one. Yeah, I need to make my resume for that, so that if somebody wants it, I got it. Hand it out. I don't even know if people still hand out paper resumes, but I'm if I'm meeting them in person, I'm not gonna send them a link. So I probably need to have it on hand. I just need to have one, period. I literally never made a resume because the only job I worked is YouTube, which is such a privilege, and I'm so grateful for that. I mean, I did work as an election poll worker, but that was really only once. It's barely, it don't really count, but I'm gonna put it on my resume for sure. Okay, I'm gonna put it on my resume for sure. This is really the only job that I've had, and I'm grateful for that, but I do want other jobs. I want jobs in regular fields and stuff like that, so I need to get regular internships on some homework stuff, other stuff, and just do that vibe. But it's a nice sunny bright day. It's just a good day. I'm in a good mood. I'm feeling the vibes. I should get going. I'm gonna pick out my outfit. Nothing too crazy, but honestly I've been wearing the same sweatsuit repeatedly, and I should probably switch it up. But my hair is these curls are not popping. I was using the Mielle leave-in conditioner but I don't know if it's really making my curls all that good. So, you know, I'm grateful that my hair is obviously growing now, that I could sort of put it back up in a puff. Like, this is the big accomplishment, okay? For the entire summer, I could not get my hair up into my slick puff. Like, it just was too short. Pieces were falling out everywhere. So I'm very glad that I could get it up into my puff now. But I saw this TikTok of this girl, and it was like a before and after of her hairline receding, and she's like 23. Like, she's not 50, like she's like 23, and her hairline was receding because she just constantly always put her hair into slick back buns. So like this part of her hair just like thinned out. So now I'm like self-conscious. I'm like, is my hair thinning out? Like, it probably is, but I'm like, I just don't know what other style I would really do, because it's not long enough to go into a low bun. A low bun is normally good because then it's not being pulled up, it's just being pulled down, which is like, I think better, and like normally I don't have to put as much tension to really get it, you know, into the low bun, but it just doesn't fit into the low bun yet, so I just really can only do the high bun. But I'm just a little scared for my hairline. So, but it's like, I don't know if I should totally be scared, because literally I would do this hairstyle every single day for 4 years of all my years of high school. So it's like not anything new, but just seeing that TikTok is all of a sudden making me like, is my hairline receding? What's going on? And I don't know, I don't know. I have like Widow's Peaks, I don't know, that hairline where like, you know, when you're older you start going bald around here. That runs in my family. Like, all the women in my family pretty much have that, so I pretty much know I'm gonna have that. And I feel like this hairstyle isn't gonna, it's not helping that genetic I don't know what to call it. But anyways, let's just, everybody just cross my fingers that my hairline is okay. I kind of like mentally counteract it by putting wild hair growth oil on my hairline before I slick my bun. That's probably not, it's not doing anything. It's not, you know, fixing anything, but mentally it just makes me feel a little better. Like, you know, we just take a little dab and we just you know, try to make sure it grows. Okay, it's actually not too cold today, so I'm thinking of wearing something like moderately cute. But, ooh, why does my dark marks look so bad? But I think I want to wear this sweater. But I'm like, with what pants? The jeans that I always wear are dirty. I really want to try those Abercrombie & Fitch Curve Love jeans, because like everybody says good things about them. My thing is like, I have this entire stack of jeans and I literally only wear like 3 of them probably on repetition. It was like, and it's not because like, okay, the white and the brown, like these jeans at the bottom are like special jeans, like I wear them when I'm going out. But like all of these blue jeans, I just don't wear them because they just don't fit well. So I think I just need to like find a brand that sells a pair of jeans that like fit me exactly how I want my jeans to fit, and then just do that, because I feel like I still am coming to my closet and being like, what do I wear? Because I don't want to wear any of these jeans because I don't like the way they fit. I want to do like a pair of pants. Oh, I also have like, okay, because I'm like, I don't know if for the thing tomorrow, basically the career center was like, obviously come like business casual, like these could be potential employers, babes. So I have this one pair of like black kind of like straight pants. They're not like the most corporate because they're low-waisted, but I could just wear a long top, like a long black top, and make it, you know, professional, but like not like, why are you going to court? What's happening? I have that for tomorrow. That's the plan for tomorrow, but I'm like, focus on today. It's literally 2 o'clock. I have put on like 15 different outfits. I don't know why. But I landed on something that's like, so I hate how these jeans do that. Like, I hate when jeans do that. That's like so, I hate that. But I just landed on this because it's like, I don't know. I don't like this, but whatever. I just need to go because it's 2 o'clock. It's 2 o'clock. And the sun is going to set now in 3 hours. And I was trying to contemplate if I should just go to a coffee shop that's walking distance to me so that I could save time. But I think I'm just going to go. I found this place in Brooklyn. It's like it's 𝐷𝐞𝐬𝐲, which is like, it's a chain. But they have bubble tea, but they're also like a coffee shop, cafe shop. So, and that's only like 30 minutes from me by train. So I think I'll go to do that. I don't know. I probably should just go to the one that's close because I'm like, it's already so late. I just need to leave. I don't like my outfit, but whatever. I love this this jacket. I've been wearing this jacket for literally like the entire week straight. I got it from Aritzia like what, 2 years ago, last year. It's the TNA like little fleece thing. It just like, cause I was like, it's just confusing because it's cold, but it's not super cold, but it's not super warm, but like inside, you know what I'm saying? And this is like the perfect, like, it's not a North Face puffer jacket, but it also keeps me warm, but I could also just unzip it and stay cool. Yeah, I just need to go. I need to go. Thank you. I'm leaving the cafe. I mean, it's pretty much already like 5 o'clock, so it's like a fine time to leave. But my anxiety, why is it so dark? My anxiety is like going off the chain. Like my hand will not stay still. And I don't necessarily know what it is. I don't know if there was like a lot of caffeine in the jasmine green tea, but I normally drink jasmine green tea and it's fine. So I don't necessarily know. But all I know is like I cannot breathe. But yeah, anyways, all I know is that I cannot breathe. My heart is palpitating and it won't slow down, which is fine. It's just normal anxiety. And also the Wi-Fi was pretty bad, so I kept having to use my hotspot, so my phone was dying. So anyways, I'm just gonna go home. to my first words for the day, and I'm always afraid of how it's gonna come out because like I feel like it's just gonna sound terrible, but surprisingly my voice doesn't sound too bad. But it's 8 o'clock in the morning. I woke up like at a good time today, and I just finished doing my little gratitude thing. I told you guys about it in the last video, but I have been keeping up with it and doing it every single day. Not necessarily gratitude, like depending on my mood, depending on my feeling, I'll just write 3 specific things. So like today, it was 3 things that I enjoyed about yesterday. But the day before that, it was 3 things that I'm excited for today. The other days I did, 3 things I'm grateful for. Like switching it up because it could get repetitive and it could just feel like it can like defeat the importance of it if you're just like forcing to find things to be grateful for, like forcing it. Like I know the whole goal is to really like look and see things that you're grateful for that you wouldn't really recognize before. But if I'm like writing the same thing, because from today to tomorrow it's like not much difference, then you know what I'm saying. So I switch it up, but I've been enjoying doing that. It gives me an excuse to like do something to keep me off my phone since it's like cold outside, so I can't really go outside and sit. Today is, well, I have class today, and then I also have, I think I was telling you guys about that, the thing that I was writing my resume for, which when I was at the cafe, okay, so I didn't even really explain. When I was at the cafe yesterday, the real things that I only really got done was answering emails and uploading my YouTube video and making my YouTube thumbnail. Because I like tried a new thumbnail style. I don't know if I'm still doing it. It might be on this video. But I tried a new thumbnail style and like I was making it in Canva, and I've never used Canva before. So it was taking me a long time, and I did that. And then the Wi-Fi was just really bad in that cafe, so I kept having to switch to my hotspot. So I think that was adding to my anxiety. Like, I don't know, I was just really like anxious, and I was like, what? Like, I'm normally never anxious in a cafe. So I'm like, maybe this is what I get for trying new things. Like, maybe I should have just gone back to my favorite regular cafe. But I've really been wanting to try to find cafes in Brooklyn, because I live in Brooklyn, and it's a lot easier for me to get around Brooklyn than it is to get into Manhattan. I would love to find like a black-owned cafe that like I really vibe with. I have a few like in my neighborhood, but I like to get out of my neighborhood, and I like to, you know what I'm saying? I like to feel like I'm going somewhere else. So, and I can't go to Bed-Stuy because it's so hard. From what the area that I live in, it's just really hard to get to Bed-Stuy, Williamsburg, or Bushwick, which sucks because they have a lot of great cafes in those areas, especially Bed-Stuy. But I kind of just have to count it out because commuting there, I might as well just go to Manhattan at this point. It'll be faster for me to get to Manhattan. I don't know. I won't be returning to that one. I will be for the bubble tea. The bubble tea was pretty good, but I won't be returning for work. Yeah, I didn't get to start my resume or do my resume, which is fine. We'll do that today. So the other thing, while I was in the cafe, the career center for my school called me, and they said that the event today, with the writer alumni, is being moved to online, which like sucks because I was really excited to like meet people in person. I picked out my pants, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I work really well with like, getting to know people in person and putting my best foot forward, like when I'm in person with people. Like I even though I'm very, I don't know if I'm introverted, but even though I don't talk to people much, and even though talking to people makes me tired, I do think that I'm really good at talking to people. You know what I'm saying? So I was looking forward to that, but it's online, and at first I was like, oh, do I really want to do it now? But it's still a great opportunity to meet with people that are working in the writing field professionally. So I'm still gonna do it, still gonna make my resume. I have time. It starts at 12:30, but I'm gonna go to my mom's house to do it because she's closer to my school, because now that it's not happening at school, it's like right before my class today. Like, I have a class right after it, so I would either need to take it in the library, which I don't want to do that, or I could take it to my mom's house because she's like moderately close to school. closer to school than I am to school. So that's the plan, that's the vibe. I'm still excited for it. I'm just excited. I need to prepare, most importantly, I need to prepare questions that I want to ask. I have no idea what I want to ask these people. I have no idea. I already told you guys, or did I tell you guys, that next week is also another internship thing. It's like this creative agency is coming to my school. Hopefully that one stays in person. Okay, that's definitely an internship. Like, I've already looked at the application. I'm definitely going to be applying to that one. It's for the summer. It's also paid. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely going to be applying to that one, just because, like, there's so many different things that I could do and want to do. I've also just been feeling very inspired and very excited for my future and for work recently. A lot of influencers and content creators have been talking about this recently. I saw a TikTok of Clark. If you guys know Clark on TikTok, she's a black TikToker. Saw this video that she made talking about how she realized that she doesn't want her only job to be social media influencing. Like, she wants something else to do as well, like something else to be her main job, and then like continue doing influencing. And I very much like agree with that sentiment. Like, I feel like it's in 2020, like, I feel like the goal for a lot of people was like get to the point of influencing where you could quit your 9-to-5. And then I feel like a lot of influencers either that have done that or that are like doing it now are realizing that, like, in order to influence, you kind of need to have a life. Like, if that makes sense. Like, in order for me to vlog my life, I need to have a life. And if my life is vlogging my life, do you see how that becomes an issue? Do you see how that becomes like mentally draining? Because now I'm like making up stuff to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, it could lead to that. Or it's just like, now you gotta find hobbies. Like, you always need to find something else to do to just have a life. Because if it's about, and that's if you're a lifestyle creator. I'm talking specifically for people that like vlog their life or do things that center around like days in their life. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you do that, like, you need stuff to do throughout your day in your life. I feel like a lot of people get into this like burnout because, like, you know, if they quit their 9-to-5 and then they don't pick up hobbies to like talk about or find something else to have a passion about, then they realize that they like are lacking stuff to talk about on their in their life. So yeah, I think I've recognized at the beginning of the summer that I don't want influencing to be my full-time career and like passion forever. I think I will always, for a long time, be content creating, and I always want to like document my life on YouTube, but I definitely want to put my full force and pursue like other career paths and like more traditional career paths, but not like crazy traditional. Like, you know, I could either go into writing. Like, writing is something like I want to do like a little bit further down the line. But recently I've been very inspired because like I realized that I'm really into like creative direction and kind of like the creativity of brands, the creativity of like advertisements, kind of like, you know, maybe writing advertisements, like the narrative structure behind that, and like marketing. Like, I'm really into like marketing and public relations, basically. I've been really into learning more about marketing and public relations, and also I could really see myself like when I graduate college going into that field, just because like talking about it and doing it, like I feel very like passionate and inspired by it, and it still relates to like what I do on YouTube. Like, on YouTube it's kind of like marketing, like it's less so, like, you know what I'm saying, because like you don't follow trends wholly, but it's still about like knowing what's popular, knowing what's trendy, that type vibe. I'm more excited for when I have more stuff in my life to share with you guys, because like that's the whole reason I created this channel, is like to share my life with other people. But it's like, if I feel like my life is boring because all I'm doing is recording videos, you know what I'm saying? Like, I guess other people could find it not boring and like they cracked the code. They cracked the code, because I feel like so many people just get bored with it if you don't pick up hobbies and if you don't like really work on like finding other things to do to like add to your life. I'm really excited for like when I do, because we gotta manifest, like when I do get my internship and when I am like going into work at my internship and learning new things, like I'm excited for when I'm able to like share that with you guys. Using the Anastasia clear brow gel that I got in the last video when I got the brow pencil, and honestly I like this one more than the, what is this, the brow freeze, because I don't know, this one's just so much easier. I don't need an extra spoolie, and also I feel like it has a more solidified hold. Like you can't really see it, but it really just like, I brush my eyebrow hairs up and they stay up. So definitely like this one, and probably would be buying a regular size of it. I like the pencil, the brow pencil that I got for like if I'm going for a natural look. But I think the reason I wanted the brow pomade is because like sometimes I want a really dramatic brow, and the pomade really gives that vibe. So sometimes down the line, I might be also getting the pomade. I'm just gonna do some mascara and brows. That's what I've been doing lately, just because I don't want to put makeup on my skin. I think my skin, one second, I can't. My skin has been improving a bit. I don't want to jinx it at all, but it's been getting a little bit better. I still have my hyperpigmentation, but the cystic acne has definitely decreased. And so I went back to just using my Curology. I use my Curology wash, formula, moisturizer, body wash, all that jazz. And then the two new things that I do is the La Roche-Posay Effa Clarifying Solution. This is my toner. And then I go in with the Good Molecules Discoloration Correcting Serum. So far I've been doing this for like a week. It's been pretty good. I think I just need to be patient with my dark marks, but I'm like, ugh, like I'm always so frustrated by them. A lot of people do like chemical peels to like remove their dark marks, but I'm terrified of a chemical peel. Like I think I already have like dry skin. Like I don't think that would be a smart choice for me to do. I don't know, I think that would just be tough for me. So we're just gonna have to be patient with it, but I don't know. I just crossed my fingers, but my skin does feel a lot better than it did 2 weeks ago, or you know what I'm saying? So we're making progress. My hair is done. I figured out kind of a way to, ooh, that looks crazy. Yeah, I figured out kind of a way to do it like low intensity so that it's not like pulling out all of my edges. But I still want it to look moderately put together. So I'm still gonna put some like gel. I have this longer thing, and I kind of just took it like that. I can't describe it. I did it literally the first time, but I'm kind of tying it like as if it was like a shoelace kind of vibes. So like that. Oh, that's not looking too good. That's not looking too good. Maybe I gotta brush it back. Okay, this one's a little bit better. That's a little bit better. It still looks a little crazy from the side, but that's why I've got this. I kind of want to get a satin version of this because my mom scared me. She was like, it's gonna thin out your hairline because it's cotton, which like she's right, but I gotta get like a satin version and do that. Okay, that's not bad. It might look terrible on camera, I don't know. It's just a like bigger puff. I feel like it's gonna fall out in the back kind of, but I feel like that's good. Like literally it's not pulling at all, so it's like very low tension, but I still feel like I kind of look put together. So we might go with this one on a regular basis and then only do the really slick when I need to look like extremely put together, because like I'm just going to school. Like my hair does not need to be extremely slick down, laid to the gods. As long as my edges are done, we're good. This is the fit. This is I have a Zoom meeting fit where I have casual on the bottom and then just a black top on top because you can't really tell. And then I got this little cardigan. It doesn't really go with the grays, but I feel like, I don't know, it just goes with the comfy cozy vibe.
Same path as some of our alumni and more. So we're gonna jump right in. So first things first, I want to introduce 𝐂𝐈𝐍𝐊𝐒. I'm going to put him on Spotlight. Avi is one of our, he's our intern at Magna Center. He's doing our social media, so he'll be asking some questions today. And our first panelist, actually, let me see, where are you? And really appreciate you. You are someone who wears a lot of hats. I knew you when you were a student, and you do screenwriting, you've done copywriting, you're currently doing some casting, you said?
Yes.
So I think everybody's going to want to know more about you and your career path. So let's just get started. So tell us a little bit about yourself, where you work, where you have worked, and what inspired you to work in writing.
That would be the best path to getting an agent. And one thing I should emphasize is rejection is so rampant in this life path that you have to be so prepared for that, like so accustomed to rejection. You could get rejected by agents, by editors, by literary magazines, by MFA programs. And so just accepting and embracing the idea that you face a lot of rejection in this is really important, because if you get discouraged when you get rejected, then you won't be able to do this. You have to get rejected and not get discouraged. So my path to publishing my first book was, I did have my agent at that time. She sent this book of microfictions out to all the big publishers, and they were like, what genre is this? This book is cool in a way, but it isn't really something we would publish.
Hello, it's 10:30 and I'm about to go to bed. I have my pimple patch on, trying to marinate this little gremlin of a pimple that's popped up. I didn't talk to you guys at all after the workshop because I had to rush to class, and then I went to class, and then I came home and I ate my leftovers, and then I went to the grocery store and I bought Chunky Monkey ice cream, because you guys know that's my favorite ice cream. And I watched Gilmore Girls, and I watched up to the episode where Rory and Jess, or like Rory and Dean, finally break up in season 3, and Rory and Jess are finally gonna be able to get together. And I was gonna watch more because I love this part of the season, but I need to get some sleep because I have my 9 a.m. tomorrow. So yeah, but I did want to tell you guys about the, I guess you could call it event. No, it was a panel, an alumni panel. I feel like I got some valuable information slash life lessons. Kind of like I don't know, like I feel like it was valuable information that I got. There was a lot of different types of writers. Like there was like a screenwriter, a writer for the New York Times, a published author, novelist, copywriters, like a bunch of different people in like all the fields you could think of when you think writing. So it was very like well-rounded, and I don't know, it just made me, you know, really start to think about like, what do I really see myself doing? But it's like also like I don't really need to know, but like also just understanding like what I'm not really feeling like a passion for anymore at the moment. Because I mean, as you guys know, I'm a screenwriting major. I became a screenwriting major because probably when I was 14, I believe, or 14 or 15, I decided I wanted to be Shonda Rhimes. And if you don't know who Shonda Rhimes is, she basically owns television. Like she created Grey's Anatomy, Scandal, How to Get Away with Murder, Bridgerton. Like, she's just phenomenal. She's also a black woman. She just wrote so much, and she heavily inspired me. Also, Ava DuVernay was a heavy inspiration for me, like those two. Issa Rae, more so like in the later years, but like 14, 15, like my major inspirations were definitely Shonda Rhimes and Issa Rae. And Ava DuVernay. And basically with watching Shonda Rhimes and watching like Grey's Anatomy, Scandal, I was like, oh, I want to be Shonda Rhimes. Like, I looked up her entire discography. I don't know, I looked up her entire life story. Like, I know her graduation year from USC. Like, I studied this woman. And what she did, because I was like, I want to do what she does. I want to write for television. I want to create a show like Grey's Anatomy. I want to create a show like Scandal, you know? And that's kind of like always been that. Well, not always. That's why I decided to major in film, in specifically screenwriting, because I want to be Shonda Rhimes. That was the goal. And I'm not saying that's like not the goal anymore. It's just where I am right now in life. I'm realizing that I'm finding myself having a lot of resentment and disdain for that goal, and I don't think I'm as passionate about it as I was when I was 14, 15, because I'm also like realizing a lot of things that I didn't realize when I was that young, especially like right now. It's just an interesting time to actively want to work in Hollywood. If you guys saw or were seeing, I kind of talked about it a little bit before, but there was a writer's strike, and the actors are still currently on strike. The Actors Guild of, I don't even know, but the Writers Guild, they came to a decision with studios. But basically there's just a lot happening, because at the end of the day, Hollywood is a business first. Hollywood will always need to make money before anything else, because they are a major boost for the economy. That's just a given. So it's just a little hard sometimes to really like feed into writing for Hollywood as my dream, when I don't necessarily like trust Hollywood fully when it comes to like authenticity and sharing real stories and stuff like that. And they've also studios like these big major, you know, multi-billion-dollar studios, your Netflix, your Hulu, your Paramount Plus, you know, they're really under fire recently for just not paying their writers what their writers deserve, trying to get rid of writers, not valuing writers in their writers' rooms, trying to use AI to eradicate the need for writers. So it's just not an industry that I fully feel like I would go into feeling appreciated, or feeling like what I want to give is going to be valued and isn't going to just be like thrown aside, you know what I'm saying? So I've been having those feelings recently, and you know, I think it's just like I'm not 14, 15 anymore, you know? My goals are changing, the things that I'm thinking about are changing, and it is sad because my dream is still always to be like Shonda Rhimes and create such an impactful show like Grey's Anatomy, Scandal, like a show that like transcends time. Like, my kids will know Grey's Anatomy. My kids will know about Fitz and Olivia. Like, they will just know. And I want to write something that, you know, that iconic for a generation, and hopefully it'll still happen, but I just don't want it. It's not what I'm writing on. It's not like the only thing I want to pursue anymore, just because like I have a little bit less faith in it. So when the screenwriting panelist was talking, the more she was talking about it, I was kind of getting solidified in that feeling. She was kind of discussing how like there's a lot of times when it's just like someone's just gonna take your script and they gonna change it, and you're just gonna have to nod, because at the end of the day, you're there to make the person that hired you happy, not anybody else, not yourself. And like, I feel like a lot of, it's so dark, I'm sorry, it's my LEDs. And I feel like that's fine, like if that's, I'm sorry, can we sit up? I feel like that's fine if that's your vibe, but it's just like, my writing is something that's like been very personal, but not in a personal sense. Like, it's not in a personal sense because I want to share it with the entire world, but it's personal in a sense that, like, I write my exact feelings. Like, my writing is my therapy. It's the reason I don't have a therapist, because I'm like, at this point, I'm just gonna put it in a novel and, like, you know, have that be a thing. So I don't know, like, maybe it's ego, maybe it's, I don't know. I just don't know how comfortable I feel in this present moment, like, giving my writing over to somebody and then being like, I don't know, but, like, that happens with editing. I don't know. So, like, I've just been contemplating that, and I've been leaning, like, a little bit less away from, you know, my desire to do screenwriting, but I don't regret my major. Like, I'm still continuing my screenwriting major, because at the end of the day, I still learn great writing practices. And the one thing, like, to be a writer, and if you want to be a writer, it doesn't necessarily matter as much what your major is, as long as you're just getting writing practice and you're learning the basic tools. And I always have fun in my screenwriting classes. I mean, I've only had one, but it was a genuinely fun class. Like, you're still doing the basic premise. Like, you're creating characters, you're creating stories, and as long as I'm just, you know, keeping my muscle and my craft of writing up, it's not a waste of time. So I still am thoroughly glad that I'm a screenwriting major, especially since this is my last semester having to do the classes that I do not care about, like history and all of these other film theory classes and production classes. That's, like, another thing that, like, I think I knew for a while, and it was why when I was telling my parents that, like, I probably want to go to grad school, or, like, I may want to go to grad school, and they were like, oh, for film? I was like, no. Because I feel like once you continue this, and, you know what I'm saying, like, you go into grad school, and when you go to grad school for film, people expect that you're the type of person that wants to pick up a camera and make a film. I genuinely have no desire to make a film. I have no desire in my bones to pick up a camera, get together a ragtag group of actors, and, like, produce a little short film. It's not in me. I just don't have a desire to do that. So I think that means that I'm not meant to go to grad school for it. Okay, because that's what they're gonna have me do in grad school. Okay. The novelist, then, the published author on the panel, she had her segment, and, like, that segment, like, really inspired me, and it kind of solidified this, like, change that I've shifted to, where I'm like, I really know that I want my dream goal, like, at least for right now, because obviously my dreams have been changing, but as of right now, 20-year-old Maya, my dream is to be an author. Like, that is the dream. That's the end game. My dream is to be able to sustain myself financially, lifely, as a published author. And she was just talking about, like, kind of the more realistic approach to that. Like, it takes a while to get there. It's a slow road unless you get really lucky, and I always cross my fingers that I get really lucky. But she's like, you're gonna need a day job. Like, you're gonna need a day job that you could do while you're sitting at home writing your book, or, like, that you could go home to while, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna need a day job in order to live while you're planning on writing this novel. So she was kind of talking about that. And what else did she say? I wrote down some stuff she said. She said that she normally pumps out, like, 3 to 8, wait, what? She said that it normally takes her, like, 3 to 8 years to make a book. That sounded like, that's a lot of years. That's a lot of years. So I don't know if I really want to do it in that many years. I would like it to be shorter. Oh, and then the other thing, because it was, like, stuff that I wrote down that I was like, oh, I want to share this. She said that a way to, like, keep up with her writing is that she, like, instead of setting a writing goal, like, oh, I need to write 500 words a day, she'll be like, I'll write for an hour a day. And I feel like I've been using, like, my school and, like, my busy schedule as an excuse to just, like, stop writing flat out. But I feel like I just need to, like, get back into it and do even just, like, 30 minutes a day. Like, where if I can't set aside an hour, like, just do 30 minutes a day, or even, like, an hour 3 times a week, something like that, just to get me back into it, because hearing her talk about it really made me miss writing. It made me miss storytelling. It made me miss my characters that I've put so much into. But it just solidified the inspiration that I have to really just like write a novel and share it with people and to just become an author. Just keep looking out. Just keep waiting. Just keep waiting. It might be 3, it might be 8. Hopefully it won't be that many years until I publish a novel. Okay. Hopefully it'll be a lot less than that. But it's gonna happen. We're speaking it into existence. It is going to happen.
Go shorty, it's your birthday. We gon' party like it's your birthday. We gon' sip Bacardi like it's your birthday. And you know we don't give up, it's not your birthday. You can find me in the club, bottle full of bug. Mama, I got what you need if you need to fill a buzz. I'm into having sex, I ain't into making love. So come give me a hug if you're into getting rough. You can find me in the club, bottle full of bug. Mama, I got what you need if you need to fill a buzz. I'm into having sex, I ain't into making love. So come give me a hug if you're into getting rough. When I pull up out front, you see the Benz on dub. When I roll 20 deep, it's always drama in the club. Now that I roll with Dre, everybody show me love. When you sell like them and them, you can play me a groupie love. Look, homie, ain't nothing changed. Roll down, G's up. I see exhibit in the cutting, man. Roll them trees up. If you watch how I move, you mistake before I play up here. Been hit with a few shells, but I don't walk with a limp. In the hood, in the LA, they saying 50, you hot. They like me, I want them to love me like they love pop. But holla in New York, for sure, they tell you I'm local. And the plan is to put the rap game in the choke. I'm fully focused, man. My money on my mind, got a meal out the deal, and I'm still on the grind. Now shorty says she feeling my style, she feeling my flow. A girl from Wooded, they buy and they ready to go. Find me in the club, bottle full of bug. Mama, I got what you need if you need to fill a buzz. I'm into having sex, I ain't into making love. So come give me a hug if you're into getting rough. You can find me in the club, bottle full of bug. Mama, I got what you need if you need to fill a buzz. I'm into having sex, I ain't into making love. So come give me a hug if you're into getting rough. Go shorty, it's your birthday. We gon' party like it's your birthday. We gon' sip Bacardi like it's your birthday. And you know we don't give up, it's not your birthday. Go shorty, it's your birthday.
Hello, you guys. I literally just scarfed down a whole freaking, well, not a whole, I scarfed down half a sandwich. I just don't really have an appetite right now, but it's 4 o'clock and I've eaten nothing for the day. I didn't talk to you yesterday. Yesterday was what, Friday? And I did end up like doing some Halloween things. Like it wasn't anything too crazy, but like I was just like, I have my costume, might as well wear it. But I just didn't, I don't know. It's throughout this past week, it's just been interesting filming this vlog because every single day I've literally picked up the camera and tried to vocalize to you guys how I'm feeling. And each time I've had to like cut it because I've just like gotten too emotional and have been like taking away from what is really important and what really matters. So right now I am getting ready to go to a peaceful protest somewhere in Brooklyn. It's either at the Brooklyn Museum, but I think they might be moving it to Barclays Center, for the Palestinian people, for the people in Gaza. My mind, like, I don't know, like I feel like I've been like kind of like walking two paths in this vlog because it's like I'm talking to y'all, but like I open my phone and then it's just like my mind is wholly like with the people in Palestine right now, and I've been trying to talk about it because I oftentimes don't talk about political issues on my channel, specifically with things in America, just because that's like a whole nother prerogative. We don't need to get into that. But for this instance, this isn't a political issue. This is a humanitarian issue. This is a human issue. This is an issue of human rights. It's not politics. It's just decent human decency. So I feel it's my job and it's my privilege as a person that is born free in this country, as a person that is born with freedom of speech. It's my job to use my freedom of speech to speak out against my government when I believe they're committing an atrocity. It's my job to speak out against anything that I believe is an atrocity and is oppressing people that don't deserve to be oppressed, because no human being deserves to be oppressed. So I kind of wrote down something. I was in class the other day and literally like I saw something that just like really upset me, and I've just been going through these waves of like being wholly upset, angry, and sad, and like waking up, going on my phone, crying. And it's like not something that I want to shut off, because the people experiencing it can't just turn off their phone and shut it off. Like, they're living through it, and it's my job to be their voice because they don't have a voice right now. It's my job to be able to speak up and speak out for them. So I was sitting in my class and I kind of just like could not listen to what my professor was saying, because like I just had so much in my brain. So I wrote 2 pages of it worth, and I do want to read it, but like I just want to preface with, I know my channel is a comfortable space, and that's always what I created this channel to be. Like, I created it to be a comfortable space for everybody, but especially young Black girls like myself, or young people of color like myself. Like, I want this to be a safe and comfortable space. But as an American, and as a free American with privileges and with a platform, it is my job sometimes to be uncomfortable, to make other people uncomfortable, because there are people that are living through so much discomfort right now, and the least that I could do is make a few people on the internet upset, so that like hopefully I could reach some people or anybody, or you know what I'm saying. Like, during the Black Lives Matter movement, I feel like we saw a resurgence of a lot of people reciting what what Martin Luther King would say a lot, which actually I like saved the quote. Yeah, here it is. In the end, we will remember not the words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends. And a lot of people, you know, have been saying like silence is violence. And a lot of the times, like before, like during 2020, I didn't necessarily fully understand that. Like, I didn't understand, well, what does that mean? Like, what if people are just taking their own time? I didn't understand what that meant with the Black Lives Matter movement, because people were saying it to me, and I'm like, I'm a Black American. Like, my existence is a defiance to the oppression. Like, I am grieving my brothers and sisters. Like, why are you telling me that my silence is violence? You could be speaking up for me. And I realize now what that saying means, because I'm in a situation of privilege now. I am in a situation now where I am also involved in this. As an American citizen, I am involved. My taxpayer dollars are going to funding things that I do not agree with. And like, as Americans, our big democracy is about, if you don't agree with something, you speak out against it, you vote against it. So that's what I'm doing. That's what my job is to do. And with the silence is violence, I'm recognizing now that silence is a tool that has been used for centuries, but especially in recent decades, it's a tool that's been used to allow people to do wrongdoings in quiet, so people move on and forget, and people can continue to oppress and villainize, and just people can continue to just do terrible things in not even secret, but just right in front of us, but not speaking about it because it's being silenced, you know what I'm saying? So in a way, being silent when you have knowledge and when you have a platform to have a voice is violent, because that is what the oppressor wants you to do. The oppressor wants you to forget the oppressed and let them go quietly and let that happen. But anyways, I want to read this to you really quickly, and then I literally have to go because I don't know if the protest is moving. Like, they put up multiple locations, and I have my little cardboard thing, and I'm just gonna write one thing on it, but I need to do that. But yeah, I wrote this, and I really hope that you guys like listen to what I'm saying. And if I know a lot of you guys are like young, you're in high school, or I mean, a lot of you also are older than me, but before October 7th, I had zero knowledge on what was happening in the historical territory of Palestine. Zero knowledge. And I, at first, had this really ignorant mindset where I was like, oh, well, I just don't need to learn. And I realized very quickly that that is a violent mindset to have, and it's a privileged mindset to have, that just because I'm living in a free country where I don't experience war does not mean that I don't have to learn about what is happening in other places and how I impact that as well. And also the impact that I could do to help other human beings. So what was I saying? What was I saying? But yeah, so my job on this channel is never to push an incentive or push a narrative on you guys, because I feel like propaganda already does that enough. My job is to just open your eyes if your eyes aren't open to the conversation. And I will have links and resources to learn, because I've been doing a lot of learning recently, and it's just important to know the truth. It's important to know the facts and why certain things are happening. And I really just implore you to just take the time, because we can make an impact, we can make a difference if we speak up. If we make enough noise, we can really change things. I don't know if all of it's gonna stay, because social media platforms tend to shadow ban or strike certain content that they believe could be misinformation, but it's just another form of censorship. And I want this to really reach all of my audience, because I think it's an important message, and the people of Palestine need all of our voices, all of our ears. So if I'm saying anything vaguely, or if I am spelling certain words instead of saying the actual word, it's because I'm trying to make sure this doesn't get striked and you guys can all hear this. What is happening in the historic territory of Palestine is not a war. A war depicts the ability for two nations or states to fight back against each other. What is currently happening is colonization, oppression, and apartheid of the Palestinian people. And it's not new. This colonization didn't simply begin randomly on October 7th. This is simply the first time many young Americans, like myself, are seeing mainstream media coverage of it. The Palestinian people have been facing oppression for over 70 years. Yes, this history is long, but no, it is not complex. We are able to decipher between right and wrong, oppressor and oppressed when it comes to African Americans fighting the US government in the civil rights movement, when it comes to people of color in South Africa fighting for their civil rights against their government. This situation is no different, yet the urgency of it is dire. As of October 26th, the number of Palestinians killed in the territory of Gaza has reached 7,000. The reason this is not a war is because Gaza is I don't know if I can say this word, 𝐂𝐿𝐶𝐬𝐻𝑇RATION camp. Majority of its 2 million population of refugees are civilians and children with no capability to defend themselves at all. This is an example of an oppressor attacking their defenseless oppressed, not a war. As of October 26th, Palestinians trapped in Gaza have been stripped of access to clean drinking water, food, and medical aid. This is called collective punishment. Collective punishment is sanctions imposed on a group of people in response to a crime committed by one or few. This is illegal and is currently happening to the people of Gaza. Why am I sharing this with you? Because you should be angry. We should all be talking about the truth. Western governments such as US, France, Britain have used silence as a tool to keep their funding of colonization and genocide quiet, like they are currently also doing in the Congo and many other countries. However, now is different. In decades past, when thousands of Palestinians have been murdered before, mainstream media outlets like CNN, ABC, and Fox have been able to control the narrative by saying nothing, by not acknowledging the war crimes happening against the Palestinian people. But it's Gen Z's time. It's the time of social media where we can choose not to be silenced. It is through social media that we are able to see firsthand accounts of lives taken in cold blood, of families digging through rubble of fallen buildings in search for their family members and children. When I first heard about these atrocities, it felt like there was nothing I could do. But not staying silent, speaking up, speaking loud until there is a ceasefire and Palestinian people are free and liberated. America and other Western governments are funding colonialism. This is not new, seeing as how this country was founded on colonialism and the stealing of land violently from innocent people. The people of Palestine need our help. They need water, medicine, they need attention and voices. One of the greatest things we can do is get educated. Once educated, we can speak up and speak out. Please speak up. We are watching a group of people being wiped off the map in front of our eyes. As Americans whose taxpaying dollars goes to this extinction, it is our duty to use our freedom of speech to speak out against our government. I will have links in my description on resources to learn about Palestine's history and what is currently happening and how you can help. As a human who loves other humans and a daughter of the enslaved people, it is my duty and privilege to speak up for other oppressed people that are fighting for freedom the same way my ancestors did. This is not a religion versus religion issue. It is a humanitarian versus colonization issue. and I will never agree with the funding of colonization. Free Palestine until it's backwards. Free the Congo until it's backwards. Free all oppressed people across the globe until it's backwards. That's what I have to say. That was a lot more coherent. Like, literally I've been ranting for like 30 minutes on like throughout this week and having to delete it because like I just haven't been coherent, but I've just been very angry and very sad and frustrated that I didn't know about this earlier, and frustrated that there's so much that I don't know about. There's so much oppression happening that is funded by the place that I have citizenship. I'm upset that I haven't that I haven't sought out the information on other things, and I've just been listening to what mainstream media has been telling me. So yeah, I implore you guys, please do your own research. Do not let this go silently. And this is wildly important, as much as other things are important, but this is really important because it's urgent, and it's currently October 28th. I also didn't add in there because I wrote this on October 26th, I believe. But as you can see, like, changes are happening rapidly, and I don't know when I'm posting this, so hopefully I'll be able to update. If not, like, I could update in the comments, whatever's going on. But currently, as of October 28th, yesterday, Gaza was completely cut off from the rest of the world. They majority of people were are unable to communicate with anybody outside or with each other within. Telecommunications are down, and airstrikes have only increased, so they are physically and actively being silenced in front of our face and being killed in the darkness. And it's terrifying to think of. It should terrify us, but we're not the people that are allowed to get discouraged as Americans. And I speak as an American because I am an American, but as Americans, it's not our job right now to run and hide and feel sad. Like, yes, feel sad, but people need our voices, and it's time for us to stand up for other people that can't do it for themselves. I am going to make my sign, and I think I'm just gonna say I don't have any artistic ability, and I just need something to hold. So you know what I'm saying? But I think I'm just gonna write ceasefire now, because that is very needed. So yeah, it just felt very inauthentic of me, but not necessarily because I was like hiding it, but I was just like, I was trying to communicate my words to you guys, and I think I was just very emotional. I still am emotional, but I think writing it down really helped. But I just really want you guys to know that this is just it's so important, and there's so many other things that like just aren't talked about that are also important, and that's what frustrates me, because it's like, it's just frustrating how cruel people can be. And this one girl, she made a TikTok, and she was talking about the fact that, like, oftentimes oppressed people are the only people that could see other oppressed people. Like, sometimes people that haven't been oppressed don't necessarily fully understand and can't necessarily point out oppression as easily because you don't experience it in your everyday life. But I think as the ancestor of chained people, as the ancestor of people I don't even know the names of, because my history started with the transatlantic slave trade, as ancestors of the people that built this country binded. It's a lot, and please, if you guys know about the other issues, I've only just started learning about the Congo, and I would love, like, I'm doing more research on that. I would love to, like, speak out and speak up on that on my channel. I think I've just, I don't bring American politics to this channel a lot because I feel like a lot of the times Americans just don't recognize, like, the freaking privilege that we have. And yes, as an African American, I also have a lot of dichotomies where it's like, I don't know. This isn't about that though. But yeah, I'm just trying to learn more about things happening in the world and not be ignorant and not be blind. That is important. And I don't know who said it, but I don't know if it was Malcolm, if it was Martin, or if it was someone else. But it's the saying, injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. And that is 100% true. 100% true, and it's 100% true in this situation. So yeah, I need to make my sign. I need to make my sign because I need to go. So I actually need to look up how to spell cease. Okay. Okay, guys. I'm good at history, but I'm not good at spelling. So, oh, it's one more. Okay. I only have one chance to do this. I gotta make sure it's like a good, how should I do it? Like, it's me looking down to see how to spell this word. Because I don't want to be holding up a misspelled sign, you know what I'm saying? Okay, that looks really bad. That looks really, really bad. But like, I'm just trying my best. I think at this point I just need to go. I just need to go. I've been seeing, I've been checking like Twitter and stuff like that, and a lot of people are out, a lot of people are out all over the world, which I think is a beautiful thing. I think what's amazing about this generation and the current generation and social media is that nothing can really be hidden from us, and it's hard to continue to tell us lies. And when we find out the truth, we really do come in flocks to do the right thing. Let's get going. I think I'll probably change. It's really hot today. It's like 80 degrees, which is also really good because I know it sounds stupid, but like having good weather is just a great way to just get more people out. And it's like, even if people are just out and about and then they happen to see it, just showing solidarity and like having a large group of people is amazing because it shows how many people are standing against this and are standing for liberation. So, do I change? Do I change? Like, I'm just wearing sweats. I think I need to change out of my sweats into like jeans. Yeah, I'll just do that real quick and then I'll literally leave my house right now.
Look, started out hoping, start touching bro, now I'm over focused. Now my flow the coldest, I mean that shit, then I ain't just trolling. Pocket full of green, ain't got enough, I ain't got enough. Need that baby money till my niggas lifting bottles up. I'm like, welcome to the good life. I came from top ramen where it's banging if it's cooked right. Added hot dogs and sardines, looking back it was all green. And I'm finna seize the day, I'm feeling like Cardean. This new whip, I got a rocket, I'm looking like Hawking. Elijah want me, I wonder what y'all seen. Me, myself, and I, self-efficient, I'm too extreme. Took the road, less travel, them lights, it's all green.
Sometimes it be like that. I wish it wouldn't be like that. But sometimes it be like that. I wish it wouldn't be like that. But sometimes it look. Look. Life of a legend, just a day in the life. Night flying in your own stay in the night. Playing cool cards, I'm just chilling the night.
America has a problem.